warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Sela Yudhawirani from A1 class. Now, I would like to explain a journal about storytelling to improve student speaking skill from Mukminatus Zuhriyah, Hasyim Asy'ari University, Tebu Ireng, Jombang. Speaking is the first way to interact with others in the social community. Furthermore, the success in learning a language at first can be seen from the student, from the ability of the learner speaking. However, it is very hard for the beginners to speak the foreign language, especially English. There are a lot of reasons why they get difficulties in speaking English, such as lack of the ideas to tell, lack of the vocabularies, lack of the interesting teaching method that can motivate them to speak. Thus, this research applied storytelling in the speaking class in order that can motivate or can eager the students to speak English. Storytelling is to retell the story, having read or heard by using storytellers' own words based on their understanding about the story. The main purpose of this research is to know whether or not storytelling could improve the student speaking skill. Meanwhile, the specific purposes consisted of describing the lecturer's activities, students' activities, and students' responses when storytelling was applied in the speaking class. This research was collaborative classroom action research. The subjects were 23 students of Class N of the second semester of intensive English program of Hasyim Asy'ari University, Tebu Ireng, Jombang, in the academic year of 2016 to 2017. The data of this research were got from the observations done by the collaborator and speaking test. The collaborator did the observation by writing everything happening in the class on the field notes in every meeting of the cycle. Then the speaking test was held in the following meeting after every cycle had finished. There were two techniques of data analysis of this research. They were descriptive analysis and statistical analysis. The observation data written by the collaborator were analyzed by using descriptive analysis to know the lecturer's activities, the students' activities, and the students' responses during the lecturer taught speaking by using storytelling in the class N. Then, to know the improvement of the student speaking skill and the percentage of the students who passed the passing grade, the researcher used statistical analysis. In doing the statistical analysis, researchers compared the number of students getting minimally the criterion score of 4 of every speaking aspect in pre-test, post-test 1, and post-test 2, to know the improvement of student speaking skill. The criteria of the success of this research itself was when 70% of the students got the criterion score of 4 of every speaking aspect as the passing grade. Cycle 1. Actually, what the lecturer did in Cycle 1 and the Cycle 2 was the same. Below were the steps, the storytelling that the lecturer did, and here are the descriptions of the students' activities relating to the storytelling method applied by the lecturer. The students were a little surprised when they were asked to retell the content of the story in the front of class in the first meeting. It was because in the first semester they always got the explanation from the lecturer. Meanwhile, most of the students were very noisy in the second meeting because they didn't finish to make the story of the content of the reading text. They felt that their time was not enough. Cycle 2. Basically, the lecturer's activities in Cycle 1 and the Cycle 2 were the same. First, the lecturer checked the attendance list. Then she told the students about how she would handle the class of that meeting, especially the extended time for discussion stage before the students presented their discussion result. The followings were what she did in the class dealing with the storytelling she used. And below are the students' activities related to the storytelling implemented by the lecturer in the class. The students were very respectful to the lecturer's decision about the extended time. All of them used their time seriously. They discussed the content of the reading text, having just read and translated by the lecturer with high motivation. There was no complaint anymore in the cycle. They showed their interest in the speaking class by giving a clap to the group having presented their discussion result. The following table presents the result of speaking text in pre-test, post-test 1, and post-test 2. Based on the table above, it can be seen that the percentage of students passing the passing grade of each speaking aspect in post-test 1 was less than 75%, so that it could be said that Cycle 1 was unsuccessful. Meanwhile, the percentage of students passing the passing grade of each speaking aspect in post-test 2 could reach 75%. It means that cycle was considered successful. The students' speaking skill got improvement in all aspects of speaking, such as comprehension, fluency, vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. The conclusion of this research is 1. Storytelling can Storytelling could improve speaking skill of students of class 10 in the second semester of intensive English program of Hashim Ash'ari University Tebu Ireng Jombang in the year academy of 2016 to 2017. 2. The lecturers' activities in Cycle 1 and Cycle 2 were generally the same. 3. The students' activities were in good progress from Cycle 1 and Cycle 2. When Cycle 1, they complained about their not having enough time to discuss. It didn't happen in Cycle 2 because they already the addition time from the lecturer. The students generally always ask the lecturer about the vocabulary and the pronunciation of the words they didn't know. 4. The students' responses also were a little bit different between Cycle 1 and Cycle 2. In Cycle 1, most of them were a little surprised when they asked to retell the content of the reading text in their module. It was because they were used to getting explanation without being asked to speak in front of class about the content of the reading text they had in their module. In Cycle 2, they were highly motivated to do their discussion and showed interest in the topic given. They gave their clap to the group having presented their discussion result. Okay, that's all from me. I hope this video is useful for you guys. Thank you for watching and see you on next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.